So welcome back everybody. If you missed the previous episodes, Tiffany and I are starting on a landscaping project. We spread rock, we put down weed barrier, edging, and we even built an area for our dog Ruger. Consider this a play area, a sandbox, whatever you want to call it. But I can tell you he absolutely loves it and we can't keep him out of it. So moving on into today's video. Right here I am building some raised bed planter boxes right here that we got from a company called Vivor. I'll put a link down in the description. So I'm just taking all the protective film off of them and I'm bolting them together. The price was awesome. I just can't build them for what these cost right here. And they're a very large size for all the flowers, vegetables, herbs, and other things that we have planned right here. These should work out great and they match the color of all the metal that we have around the house.
All right, we just got back from Lowe's and loaded up on a few things that we can actually plant and we'll make it through fall and winter. We got some more stuff in the truck. We also picked up some more play sand. Oh, you see it? For old Ruger's sandbox. All right, look at this load that we just picked up, y'all. This is some very rich compost, and I want to show y'all how much there is. All right, so this is a several part blend right here. It's full of chicken manure for the nitrogen portion. We have a lot of chicken houses around here. It's got multiple parts of bark, probably some sand, and quite a few other things in there. Mulch, who knows what all mixed together, but I've used it for years and it works great. But do you see how much we have in here? Here's the kicker. This is where my dump trailer is saving me some serious money. All that, $75. That would probably be $700 to $800 if you went and bought all that in bags at the big box stores. Man, oh man, I love my dump trailer. Now what I'm gonna do is go ahead and tilt this up with the doors closed and try to get some of this to fall toward the rear. Then we're going to take our little soulless tractor right here. I'm going to open up these doors. We're just going to scoop it right out. I think it's going to be the easiest thing to do. And if some falls on the ground, no big deal. The grass will love it. All right, so I'll be the first to admit this particular compost may be too nitrogen rich and hot in general for the plants that we're putting in it. But we're going to give it a shot because we got it for such a good deal. And I've had really good luck in the past planting gardens, vegetables, and even citrus in this particular soil right here. So fingers crossed we don't have any issues. Now the good news is, because this is the end of the season, we just got back from Lowe's where we bought all of this, and we got the majority of the plants that you see at least 50% off, because, well, they're just trying to get rid of everything for winter. And we tried to buy some varieties of plants and grasses that are cold hardy for our zone. We really paid attention to that. Met an awesome couple there that worked there, and they really helped us out going through all that. And we saved some really good money today. Now with that said, all the beds you see us putting in, well, they're only going to get partially filled today. We plan on completely filling those come next spring when all the new plants and flowers and everything else are out and available. So I have been trying all year long to find some lime trees, and I've been unsuccessful. All I've been able to find this year is just lemons. And lo and behold, we found a couple of limes at Lowe's today, and we're actually going to plant them out here beside the back porch, incorporate them in the landscape. It's something I want them, because I love lime trees, especially when you're out here wanting lime for some cocktails or anything else that you're mixing. I think it'd be cool to be part of the landscape, to be able to walk right out from the outdoor kitchen, pick some limes off the trees, and just go incorporate them into meals or drinks. Now, one thing that I really like doing, anytime you get a plant out of a pot, you see how it's kind of root bound, everything's growing back into itself. I like to fluff those roots up, just run my hands down the side, get those roots kind of coming back out to encourage them to grow into this compost and not stay root bound or just grow up into itself. The other thing that we try to do with plants when we first plant them like this is really go around and pack the root ball itself in. I don't want air pockets around the roots, because roots will die off in an air pocket. The other thing I'm very cautious about, especially with a hot compost like this, I try to make sure my plant, where the soil was that naturally come in the pot, stays just above what I'm putting in. Long story short, you don't want compost to get up on the actual bark of, say, a citrus tree like this. Well, it can burn it and can cause it to die. You want the fresh exposed bark to stay above soil level.
So we're about to show y'all the landscaping that we did today, and we found some good deals on some plants. Some were, you know, in the process of neglect, but you know, we're gonna see if we can bring them back to life. But right here we did some mums, and I tried to pick some like fall colors just because they might not make it to spring next year, and that's perfectly fine. We'll replace these plants here with something new and fresh. And then over here we decided to incorporate some lettuce, and we're actually going to try to do the celery this year. I saw it today at Lowe's, and I was like, wow, well, let's try to see if it'll work for us.
Yeah, we've never tried that before.
Yep. And then we did some dill over here as well.
Hey, buddy.
But it'll be nice just to kind of walk out the house and get some fresh
Well,
lettuce.
since it's fall, we might as well go ahead and do something with these
Yeah,
beds.
I mean, normally we plant like a really big fall garden, but this year we decided to kind of keep it small. And so we decided to do some broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage. So we'll just keep it light on the fall garden this year and just see what we can make out of these beds.
And then springtime, we can come out here and transform these. Well, Ruger, what did you just do? Ruger just jumped all in this
He
bed.
couldn't help himself. There was a grasshopper.
Yeah, so that's one thing we're really curious
had to get
about.
it out.
We're gonna have to teach him to not get in these beds since we've taught him he can get in his sandbox down there. So did you
sorry.
just get in trouble, Ruger?
So sorry,
Did you get in
Daddy.
trouble? Don't get in those, Ruger. Those are not for you. So what I was about to say too is next spring, we're gonna turn these into little herb gardens. So we can put basil and oregano and whatever else we want to out here.
Maybe some strawberries.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how good a luck we're gonna have with strawberries.
All right, moving right along.
Yeah, after Ruger interrupted the video.
We have some more mums over here. We might change this out in the spring and add something different. We might add some mosquito repellent plants as well. We didn't have any luck finding any of those today.
Yeah, we tried to get lemongrass, citronella, and what else was we looking for? Lavender, even
Yeah.
though we were told lavender might not
Yeah,
grow
we were
well
told
here.
lavender wasn't, a good pick for our area.
And you do have plans to still put some of that where?
I'm gonna put them in both of these beds right here as soon as we can find them.
Yep, so that'll be pretty. I wish
So-
we can, oh, that's right, we can get lavender, so that'll look really nice off the back porch.
Yeah.
And this, like she said, these two beds, since we're gonna be entertaining out here, we might as well have, stuff in there that
And
mosquitoes
I just
don't
love
like.
these tropical lilies that I found, just kind of add some color. And then we also decided to incorporate a lime tree over here on both sides.
That's right there and right over here. These have been so hard to find this year. I'm so happy we got them. Although they're probably not gonna put on this late in the year, but come springtime, we can just come right out here off of the porch, grab a lime, and use it up there for cooking or drinks, whatever we want.
Yeah, with the last frost last year, we lost a lot of our citrus, so we were glad to find those today, and we found them half off at Lowe's today.
Yes.
As well as all these other plants.
Yeah, we paid like $7 for a lot of this stuff,
yeah,
so it was a really good bargain.
really nice to find all this. So if they don't make it through the frost this year, because we're told that we're going to probably get a pretty harsh winter, then that's okay. But we got some more like tropical lilies out here, and then some ornamental grass. And I love elephant ears, so I wanted to give that one a shot. It was on the rack of discount,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's being a little bit neglected, so hopefully we can bring it back to life.
Well, for 50% off, we're gonna try
Yeah,
it.
we're good. Yeah, we'll try it.
And we should also mention, we're doing pots, y'all. Instead of digging up the rock and planting everything in the ground, this gives us the option to change things out at our leisure. We've still got big blank spaces. We can add more pots. We already bought quite a few of those because we got them on clearance. And things like our citrus over here. If we get a really heavy frost, we can put that on the tractor right here, haul it over to the shop, and get it out of the frost so we don't lose them again.
So on this side, we just tried to kind of match what we did to the other side. And did another lime tree. This bed again, we will put some citronella and some lemongrass in for mosquito repellent. Did some more ornamental grass, some lilies, and then I had a bunch of little lilies that patients have given me over the years. So I'm trying to bring them back to life and give them a room out here so they look kind of neglected right now.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And I should also mention, spoiler alert, let's just say we may have plans for this big space behind you
Yeah.
over the next few months as well. So this is all gonna get a whole lot bigger, and that's another reason we really like the pots. We can move stuff should our plans change.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this project up right here. This has went on for well over a week, many days of effort here, and we're nowhere near done. We're still gonna enclose the pool deck, the underneath side, the gaps that you see right there. We have a lot more pool deck stuff to do. We're gonna get some more flowers, especially come springtime. We got a lot more landscaping and other stuff to do. We got that big area we just handed around to. I mean, now that I think about it, the
Goes
list
on.
goes on and
And
on and
on.
on. So this is really dramatically changing the look of the
my
house.
Gosh, today has really surprised me
Oh, my
how
goodness.
much better it looks. I wasn't really sure about the planter boxes at first. They were kind of like big, bulky, and you know, bright metal.
Well, the other thing I should mention is we have unique gutters. We have bright metal gutters, we have bright metal roof. So when you get back away from the house or pulling in, those planter boxes actually match perfectly. And y'all, they're dirt cheap. I'll put a link down in the description right there if you want to check them out, but you can get those for like 40 something, 50 bucks. Hard to beat right there. So when you,
thanks to Vivor on those
yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Y'all, now that I'm honestly thinking about it, our entire landscape project, from the rocks to the discounts we got on the plants to the pots, if you were to buy every bit of this, and the majority of it we did buy, but even if you bought it all, I think we might have $2,000 in our entire landscaping, from the dog sand play box. That's not bad at all, because this dramatically changes the way that the yard and house looks. It just increased the value of our house far more than $2,000, I promise you. Now, we got a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this, many days worth of work, but it was worth it. If we would have hired somebody to come in and do all this, oh my goodness, it'd be so expensive. But we're far from done. There's a lot more coming, and we're gonna change all this up come springtime when all the beautiful flowers and other things are available. All right, so thank y'all so much for watching. It's been, I should say, it's been a pleasure having you at the house. I was thinking about that today whenever I was working on some of this. Typically, I've always done all the projects myself.
Yeah.
We've been getting along good. We haven't been fighting or bickering or arguing very much. I'm proud of us. And I was thinking today, it's so nice having you here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got all this done today. So it's so nice.
It definitely, I think, moves faster with me here.
Well, not because you're the husband manager, because we got two set of hands working. Somebody's running the tractor, somebody's doing the other stuff, knocking it out.
Yeah,
so I've been enjoying that. So thank y'all so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next video.